Hello and welcome. My name's Super Saiyan and this is your weekly news and pre-order video covering all of the new releases from Games Workshop. A very warm welcome to all of you viewers and new subscribers. Massive thank you, of course, to all of the members that keep this channel running to release all the content. So massive thank you to you guys and everyone that uses the Element Games affiliate link and crystal code down below. It does make a big difference, so thank you. It allows me to pick up some of the new releases and get you videos of them as quick as I possibly can, typically on their release date. So without further ado, let's jump on over to the Warhammer community website right here, and if we just go down about a week ago, well, I say 2 weeks ago because unfortunately I've been working on Saturdays as well as Sundays. I know that's a bit crazy, but I haven't been able to do the news and pre-order videos for a couple of weeks because of that. Just absolutely no way for me to do that. So if we go back kind of a couple of weeks ago, I think I did cover like the event that they had, the preview, and I went through like the Plastic Mechanicum in a separate video. But if we just fast forward the time a little bit to, I'll say about here, we had the release of the new edition of the Chaos Space Marines, which had those two new miniatures in their sets. Then a couple of weeks ago, we had the preview for the Sisters of Battle and the Gene Stealers. So the Sisters of Battle, we had this new mini in here. It's all right. I mean, obviously it goes well with the Seraphim and things, but there's a lot of Flying Sisters in that box set. I do like the Exorcist, obviously, though. I need to pick up another one of those, and Castigator, actually. Then the Combat Patrol, nothing really new there. We've got the two new codexes, along with the Gene Stealer Cult Battle Force. I think this is the way that they're gonna go from now on. I think it's tried and tested. Unfortunately, everybody flippers, scalpers that have been buying these box sets and then flipping them for 2 or 3 times the amount of money just because of the brand new mini in there, that has sent a clear message to Games Workshop. That's acceptable. And now if you want the brand new mini that's in the sets, you're gonna have to wait. I think the Orc Big Mech and the Custodes, the wide Stodes model, I think that's up for release next weekend, which is a bit of a amount of time to wait if you really want those models. But here they are. Look, here's the Big Mech, absolutely incredible model. Really like that. Might even buy 2 of them because he's got a couple of weapon options and a couple of head options as well. So if you get 2, they're going to look a little bit different, especially if you do something on the base or if you're able to repose the arm at all. The Custodes, I'm not a massive fan. He is a bit wide, or should I say she? Yeah, let's go with she now because that's official canon now. So she is quite a wide girl, wide armor, chunky legs. Does have the Pyrothite spear, very close range though. Would have liked the Adrathic spear. That would be a turning point, wouldn't it, for Games Workshop to introduce those. I have pre-ordered the Shield Captain, so she will arrive at some point, I think. White Dwarf issue 501. You've got Abaddon there, absolutely fantastic model. Siege of Vrax, standard edition, and then you've got this special edition there, and a couple of books as well. So that was, I think, like 2 weeks ago, the pre-order preview. Had a look at the White Dwarf, but then I just wanted to draw your attention to this. I mean, the novel looks all right. It's by Jude Reed. Covers the Sacred Rose. I think the Sacred Rose is white. My faction is the Bloody Rose, which are red. But this miniature is absolutely incredible. I really like this. This is like something that you'd get out of Forge World. It's stunning, and I can't wait to see all the paint jobs and things that Golden Demon are going to go for this, or even modification, even mods and things that people are going to put on this this model. Not a massive fan of the Flamer, but a Flamer on a sword, yes please. You've even got a helmeted and helmetless option. Take note, Games Workshop. That's always good to have a helmeted option. So yeah, very stunning miniature there. There's a faction focus. Not that there have been faction focus articles throughout the news, bringing to you, the new rules for Age of Sigmar and how they affect those factions. You got the rumor engine, looks like some kind of like cloak thing. More faction focus, and Genestealer Cults Brood Brothers Detachment up guns the uprising with Astrum and Atarum allies, so you can have these allies with them. You've got a detachment rule, and then colour wheel on the Citadel Colour Masterclass. We've also got what is the colour wheel on this week's Citadel Colour Masterclass all about, where we have a look at the colour wheel there. That's on Warhammer Plus, I think. Faction focus for Maggotkin. Hear all about Skaven Menace from Callus and Toll themselves. So a little video there, and then you can choose your side. Building a better brood. So faction focus for the brood detachment, the new Genestealer Cults detachment found in the Codex Genestealer Cults. Faction focus for Sons of Bahamut, and then a kind of faction focus for Sisters and how they operate in the new Codex. Faction focus for Ossiarch Bone Reapers. You've got Talisman 5th edition, Dawnbreaker Chronicles 30, Hour of Ruin, and then the pre-orders for, I think last Saturday, was the Necron Pariah Nexus cards and the mission objectives, the Codex Adeptus Sororitas and the limited edition, the Battle Force Army of Faith, the Combat Patrol, the Minister and Priest with Vindictor, the datasheet cards, the dice, which I think are very lackluster, the Codex Genestealer Cults, the limited edition Genestealer Cults, the Battle Force for them, and the Combat Patrol, the datasheet cards, the dice. I really like the dice though. The Big Mech, fantastic. Got a couple of head options, few weapon options as well. Shield Captain, not so much. Quite a wide Shield Captain for the price as well. White Dwarf 501, and then Black Library got Siege of Rax, including a special edition, and Rose in Darkness, which I will be picking up, as well as Creed Ashes of Cadia, and some other things in. We've got the Sunday preview, so this was last weekend. This is what you can pre-order today. I don't know why they've done this, but they've just dumped a load of Warhammer Horus Heresy characters like Shadrach Medusan, the Shattered Legions, Hibu Khan, Seeker of Atonement, and then 2 Sons of Horus characters in one. You got Tibalt Mar, captain of the 18th Company, and Little Horus Aximan, captain of the 5th Company. Lots of Sons of Horus characters now. For that army, for that legion. You've also got legions Astartes command squads, so you've got a Mark III command squad and a Mark VI command squad. Essentially, it'll just have 5 of the normal plastic Space Marines with this set in each. That's the way I'm sort of reading it. It's a great way of, making your own custom sort of Brothers Templar, I think, for Imperial Fists. I have pre-ordered both of them just because I will find a use for both of them in the legions, and it gives you an idea of what both of these sets look like. You've also got Legions Imperialis, a few new releases or repackages. You've got the battle group for Legions for Legiones Astartes. You've got the Predator Squadron, and then you've got Solar Auxilia battle group. You've also got a Solar Auxilia Lehman Russ Strike Squadron, as well as some repackaged Adeptus Titanicus and Aeronautica and Adeptus Titanicus Terrain sets that are going to be repackaged in the Legions Imperialis set. Also, what came out of nowhere is this new release of a Sanctum Imperialis Palatine map. It was apparently, it says, this A2 map was originally included only with the limited edition release of Echoes of Eternity. So are they saying that this A2 map was included, or are they saying that it was like a little fold-out map within the limited edition release? Because I can't remember them releasing this map completely separately. Anyway, I've pre-ordered it. You'll see it on the channel soon. Wanderers of the Realms eShort subscription week, and then a couple of books available in different languages, as well as Echoes of Eternity finally in paperback, and then Warhammer Plus, you got Lore Masters focusing on the Inductii, and then freehand designs on cloaks for the Citadel Colour Masterclass. We've also got faction focus for Daughters of Cain, Enter the Underhells with even grimier new terrain for Necromunda, Slaughter at Hellcrown, the US Open Tacoma, Rumour Engine looks like some kind of polearm type weapon thing, and then Age of Sigmar, faction focus for Lumineth Realm Lords, Exemplary Battles of the Horus Heresy, Sanguinary Guard, so these are just examples of the new command squad taking shape. And I think there's some new rules and things for them. We have them up here with the Night Lords. I think a few people thought that they were, new Night Lords minis, but they're not. This article was just what I said about the Freehand and the Inductii. Faction focus for the Head Knights of Slanesh. Take a look inside the incredible mega edition of Morven Val, Spear of Faith. So, yeah, this is going to be fantastic. Look at this amazing edition. Wow. We've got some cards and everything. That looks incredible. That's going to be sold out pretty quick. You've got Witness the Arrival of Winged Knight Azeros and the Abhorrent Blood Terror, which are right here. They look great. This one, I think the focus isn't really the head. It's this thing here. I don't know why I seem to be drawn for this one, because it kind of looks like a face. I don't know. I don't know whether that was needed, whether it could have just been flesh or just modelled differently. But yeah, it looks good. And then this model, yeah, looks nice. Different colours and flames, I guess they've gone for. Faction focus for Cruel Boys, Middle Earth, Scavenger Hunts. Who's this new miniature? This one. So the New Orc Captain. And then Night Lords, again, just to showcase on how they've used the command squad sprue along with the jump packs as well, which is quite cool. And then they've even modified Zephon, which is Heresy. Then you've got faction focus for Soulblight Gravelords. Discover what went down in the Dawnbringer series, and then how the Warhammer Studio was swept up in the Warhammer Age of Sigmar Spearhead League. So quite a lot of news and pre-orders and things for me to cover over the past 2 weeks. It does stack up if I haven't done a video for a while, so I hope that's brought you up to speed as well. Let's go on over to the Games Workshop web store and have a look at the pre-orders. Okay, on the very first page, we've got basically an advert for City Scale Battles, Legions Imperialis. You click down there, and then you've got New and Exclusive, or Orcs Gather Dawar. But if we go down here, there's just like a random selection of stuff. What we really need to do is go to Shop, New and Exclusive, and then yeah, there's the repackaged Legions Imperialis. Okay, that Cityscape's out of stock already. That was very popular. And then you've got Horus Heresy, £37.50. Oh. We'll have a look at those in a moment. But if we just go to the pre-orders and we go high to low, and should, okay, right. So these two, of course, the Battle Force of Genestealer Cults and the Sisters of Battle Battle Force, £135. They were last week's pre-orders, but this week you can get the War Master Iconoclast Heavy Battle Titan. It's just been repackaged. It came out a while ago. I think I've got a video of it. And then you've got the Legions Imperialis Solar Auxilia Battle Group for £110. You've got the Legiones Startes Battle Group for £110. Combat Patrol for Genestealers last week. So was the Sisters releases. So was the Genestealer Special Edition Codex. The Cerastus Knight, I think they've just been repackaged. The Siege of Rax was last week, but that's sold out. You've got the Sanctum Imperialis map. It's still going while stocks last. Might be sold out by the end of the day, though, so just bear that in mind. Then you've got the 4 characters for Horus Heresy, £37.50 each. So this is little Horus. He does have a helmet option, but I think I would probably have helmetless option. I mean, why would you have the helmet option? You know, with the helmet option, he just looks like a standard kind of captain for Sons of Horus. But, you know, he went to the trouble of getting that facelift and stuff. So you might as well use it. He comprises of 12 resin components. Tybalt Mar, again, same price, £37.50. Doesn't look like he's got a helmeted option. And he has 11 resin components. Then you've got Shadrach Medusan. Same price. Nice looking mini. 14 resin components. Doesn't look like he's got a helmet option for him. And then Hibu Khan. He does have a helmetless option, and that looks odd, I have to say. I like the helmet for him, though, so I'd probably give him the helmet and Horus take away the helmet. But yeah, Hibu Khan is 14 resin components. So they are all sort of Forge World resin, okay? So highly detailed, that's why they're also £37.50. Yeah. Then you've got the codexes from last week. You've got the repackaged Knight Porphyrion. And then you've got the Mark III Command Squad. So £31.50. I was expecting kind of £25, really, because it is 5 Space Marines at the end of the day with a sprue. What's very interesting and odd is they're not showing the sprue here in these pictures. I find that very bizarre. But you've got 172 plastic components, so that is a lot. You know, for 5 Space Marines, that is a lot of components there. So you're going to have some spare parts that you can use in other sets. So you might be, if you've got 1 Legion and they're only like Mark III, the new Mark III, you know, you might be able to just buy this set and then have enough spare parts to make another command squad or 2 if your Legion needs it, or make like a 10-man one. Same goes for the Mark VI command squad. Right here, again, they're not showing the picture of that command sprue. Should be the same number. Okay, a little bit less, 168 parts. You've got the buildings for Legions Imperialis, £31.50 for those. You've got the Fire Raptors, the Xiphon Interceptors. We're still waiting for plastic interceptors, Games Workshop. Same for the Storm Eagles, the Avenger Strike Fighters, and the Thunderbolt Fighter Squadron. We should have those in plastic by now as well. You know, now that they've got the tanks out of the way, hopefully they'll focus on some aircraft. And they've got the Knights out of the way too. But we've had them before with Aeronautica, but now they've just been repackaged. You've got the Big Mech. Clearly the Big Mech is very, very popular because he is out of stock. There's his different head option. There's his different weapon option. I think you've also got a different weapon option as well as those two. You've got Power Claw or Driller. You've also got Shock Booster. You've got Custom Mega Blaster or Tractor Blaster. So yeah, you've got 2 weapon options each arm then. There's the claw thing. Does it show you the other? No, it doesn't. That's a bit odd. It doesn't show you the other melee weapon. You've got the tanks that are new, as in turn. You've got the tank squadrons, which are new. You've got the Spires, and then you've got the Shield Captain, £26. I'm not a big fan. I actually prefer the sort of champion. All you've got is a helmetless and helmeted option for him. Yeah, nothing else. No different spear or anything if you wanted to go for a standard spear, which is a bit lackluster for that Shield Captain. And you can make your own Shield Captain, for crying out loud. Minister and Priest with Vindictor, £21.50. I think the box set of them was only £25 or so that I picked up not that long ago. You've got the chapter approved Pariah Nexus mission pack and the cards and the objective set. They were all last week. Siege of Rax pre-order, £20. You've got the dice, £19 per set, and then you've got the upgrade set. I wonder, they don't have a picture of the sprue. Wow. But that's what the box set would look like. But £18.50 if you didn't want to spend the extra sort of, what, £13 on 5 Space Marines, because that's what they cost you. So you're looking at £2 per Space Marine. So you're looking at over £2 per Space Marine if you wanted to get the Space Marines and these. Then you've got Creed, Ashes of Cadia paperback pre-order £10, Rose in Darkness £10, Echoes of Eternity £8. Now that's more like it. $7.99. Long are the days of paperbacks that were $5.99. I would take $6.99, but $7.99 not too bad. And then you've got White Dwarf 501 $6.99. And that is it for all of the news and pre-orders. An awful lot of pre-orders this weekend. You know, you had your Sisters and your Gene Stealers last weekend. This weekend seems to be all about Horus Heresy. You got all the repackaged Legions Imperialis. You've got the map. You've got no less than 4 Horus Heresy characters, and you've got the command, and you've got the Legion command squads. So that has fulfilled all of the kind of released timeline, the scheduled release timeline that Games Workshop said that they would do. So now, after all of that, we can focus on Mechanicum, hopefully a couple more things for Solar Auxilia in terms of Horus Heresy. Maybe even Dark Mechanicum. And more plastic minis that have been brought over from Forge World Resin. We can hope. So what do you guys think of today's pre-orders? Have you picked up anything? Please do put your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.